Hello everybody. Today I'm in Skagway, Alaska, and we're getting ready to board the White Pass train, and I'm taking you with me. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. Stay tuned. Hello everybody, this is your man, the Bus Man, bringing you another episode of On the Road. This channel is your gateway to all of my travel tips, guidance, and advice on all things related to cruise and destination vacations. For those of you watching who have already subscribed to my channel, big thumbs up, thank you very much, it is appreciated. With your support, my channel continues to grow. For those of you watching who have not yet subscribed, my only ask is that if you like the content, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button right down below. It's absolutely free. There's no commitment, no obligations. Doing so will only let you know when I put out future content. So now that that's out of the way, without further ado, pitter patter, let's get at her. So we've disembarked the cruise ship and we've been shuttled over towards the White Pass Railroad excursion, and we'll be soon boarding the train and heading up to the roundabout. It's going to be about 2.5 or so hours, and I'm looking forward to sharing this experience with you. I'm going to be capturing lots of footage. I hope you enjoy the content. Word to the wise, it has been raining. It's quite foggy this morning, so I am expecting there to be some water on the windows. I've already taken a bit of a walk by the train, so hopefully there won't be too many water obstructions or water droplets, and I'm able to capture some really good footage. So there's nothing to it but to do it. So let's get to it. Get on board. Here we go.
Shores of Skagway, nestled in a fjord and serving as the gateway to the distant Klondike goldfields, luring thousands seeking their fortunes. The Klondike Gold Rush had begun, ignited by the discovery of gold in the Yukon the year prior. Skagway swiftly transformed into a bustling hub as prospectors from far and wide poured in, eager to stay cemetery. It was used from 1897 to 1908 until no space was left and it was designated a historic site. There are many Skagway locals buried here, including the two involved in Skagway's famous shootout, conman Jefferson Soapy Smith and the local hero Frank Reed. Goldrush captured the imaginations of people from all walks of life, but many had never experienced hard labor before. The foreman of our railroad's construction, Michael Heaney, was a brilliant engineer and dedicated leader. He worked around the clock to oversee and organize one of the most highly educated and inexperienced workforce anyone had ever seen. 30 35,000 workers would help to build this railroad before earning enough money to continue on to the Klondike. While injuries were frequent, there were just 35 recorded fatalities that occurred on the job. Approaching milepost 14, the Glacier Station, which is another popular flag stop with a hiking trail. It's also a convenient staging area for our maintenance crews who are constantly inspecting and maintaining the track. In a few moments, we'll make our second crossing over the Skagway River. We'll have another exceptional view of the entire train on the left and a beautiful view of the valley on the right. Once we clear this bridge, we will begin our climb up to the High Line. We are approximately 1,000 feet above the valley floor. Out the left side, we will have a spectacular view of the entire train as it takes us into our first tunnel of the day. Before we enter the tunnel, be sure to look down the gorge for a great view of the entire valley. This tunnel is 250 feet in length, so be prepared for a few moments of darkness. To the inexperienced, who were eager to use pack animals to make their exhausting climb easier. Many stampeders lacked the skills or patience to care for their animals properly, and most didn't at all. As the trail steepened, it grew more and more dangerous, and so too did their desperation. It would be the horses who paid the ultimate price. Thousands of them perished due to overwork, poor nutrition, and excessive burdens. Many were claimed by the treacherous pass itself, where a single misstep led to fatal falls of hundreds of feet. Others were shot or abandoned when they could no longer continue, because it was far cheaper to replace the animal than it was to feed it. This dooming abyss to our left is known as Dead Horse Gulch, and it remains a tragic chapter in Goldrush history. Appalled by the cruelty they witnessed, railroad engineers took great care to ensure the welfare of the horses used to help build this railway, ultimately bringing an end to the brutal conditions of the White Pass Trail. with all of their supplies may have finally triumphed over the grueling White Pass Trail, but in reality their quest had only just begun. 20 more miles would take them to Lake Bennett. From there they could build a raft, load it with their goods, and set out on a journey to navigate 550 miles of interconnected lakes and rivers before finally arriving in Dawson City in the Klondike Goldfields. Beginning our descent back into the pass, so our engineer will be using the brakes a lot more often. What this means for us is a few more bumps and jolts than we had during our ascent. Please use extra caution whenever you're up and about and outside on the exterior platforms.
Just the radio on the combo.
The remains of the White Pass Trail. With the completion of the railroad in 1900, the White Pass Trail was abandoned. Over 120 years later, we can still see a little bit of the path left behind by these fortune seekers. A few moments after we pass the sign reading Trail of 98, we will travel back through the longest of our two tunnels. When we exit this tunnel, the steel cantilever bridge will be on our right. hours of daylight to work with. Hanging from this bridge on ropes, depending on lanterns to see, they had to rotate in and out of warming huts to stay alive. This bridge is part of the reason why White Pass was designated an International Historic Civil Engineering Landmark. It's an honor we share with other engineering marvels like the Statue of Liberty, the Eiffel Tower, and the Panama Canal. Of the Skagway Harbor and the ships we have in port today. Surrounding you are called Sitka spruce trees. At the end of these branches there are spruce tips, which are a prized ingredient in southeast Alaska. Spruce tips have been used since ancient times among indigenous people in Alaska for medicinal purposes. They were brewed into teas and incorporated into balms because of the amount of vitamin C found in a spruce tip. When the miners heard of this, they took it one step further and began brewing spruce tips into beer. Drinking this beer helped to prevent scurvy, a disease caused by a vitamin C deficiency.
but thank you guys. Yeah, thank you. Hesitate to flag down me or one of our training personnel. This is an active railroad, so it is important to not cross the railroad tracks. If you must get across, please use the nearest crossing. Once the steps have been lowered in your car and it is safe to disembark, we ask that you keep to the sidewalk and do not walk in the street. There are a lot of tours that run in and out of this area and a lot of bus traffic. So for your safety, do not walk in the street and please keep to the sidewalks. Only cross the street at designated crosswalks with our designated crossing guard. As you disembark the train, please follow the yellow line towards the middle of the train and the red shipping container. That is where we have a designated crosswalk with a designated crossing guard in a bright yellow vest, where you can safely cross and get to the ship shuttles. And once you get across the street, please keep to those sidewalks and do not walk in the road in front of those buses. Once again, I want to thank you on behalf of JL and all of the rest of our team for coming on the train today.
All right, everybody. Well, that concludes the excursion. We're back on the shuttle zone area. We're going to be getting shuttled back to the cruise ship, and I had an absolutely amazing time. It was a great experience. I saw all kinds of amazing and wonderful things, as did you. So if you're thinking of taking this excursion, that on your next Alaskan cruise with a port of call in Skagway, the busman says the White Pass Railroad is on the list, and it is busman approved. So again, I'll take this opportunity to remind everybody to hit that like and subscribe button, ring that bell for future notifications. What an amazing experience. I'm absolutely thrilled. It was money well spent. And as a final tip before I wrap, most people book Alaskan cruises well over a year in advance. So if you're cruising with Celebrity, or with any other cruise line for that matter, but specifically to Celebrity because this is the line I booked this excursion through, make sure that when you book the excursion, you do so during a flash sale. Celebrity has flash sales 3 or 4 times a year, so if you're booked a year in advance, you shouldn't have any problems getting between 30 and 50% off this excursion. If you do book the excursion at the time of booking in order to secure a seat on board the train, then my recommendation is to keep checking in, do mock bookings or check into your online account and see if there's a flash sale. If you do have a flash sale, you can rebook at the new price and cancel your previous booking, and that way you get the same experience for less money. And with that, I'm calling this one a wrap. I am the bus man. You take care, be well, and I'll see you on the road. Aye, aye, and goodbye. Peace. Until the next one, everyone. Adios.